Is it going to be fun? We'll see. We will see. I've been said for months. I've said I do not care if rank play gets added. I do not care if it gets delayed. It doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't sound like something I care about. It doesn't sound enjoyable at all. It sounds like it's going to be regular BR, but more slow-paced and boring than it already is. But I'm more excited for it now after seeing how in-depth it is. I'm more excited for it now than I was. I will be playing it. I will be trying it out for sure. Now, what's going on here? Rank play, yeah, it drops this Wednesday. The same skill divisions. This graphic is goated. This graphic right here is goated. The same skill. It's very similar to MW2's ranked play, but it's Warzone. Warzone's completely separate. So your rank in Warzone, your rank in multiplayer are separate. You have the two different types of ways to go up. You've got your rank straight up playtime. You make it to top, what was it, top 25? Top 25, you get a star. Top 10, you get 2 stars. And you win, you get 3 stars. You get, as you get more stars, you rank up. That is just straight up playtime. You go through different animals, more scary animals up until you hit max rank 50. That is just straight up playtime. Has nothing to do with how good or bad you are. Then you got the skill division. That is strictly how good or bad you are. You can have a minimal playtime, hit rank 20, and be iridescent. You could have a ton of playtime, hit rank 50, and be bunskis and still be in gold. So how they work is as your division goes up, it like breaks it down specifically more into each division. As your division goes up from silver to crimson, you lose SR for queuing into a game. Going into a game of ranked play, you are going to lose SR. As that like the highest tier Crimson 3, you are losing 100 SR for dropping into a game of ranked. You get 100 SR for winning a game. So if you drop in at the highest tier on Crimson, 0 kills, you win the game, you are breaking even. You aren't going up, you aren't going down. As you get into the iridescent, and then every 500 SR from there, the cost to go into a game goes up. All the way up, I think it maxed out, like you lose 210, I think it said was the max 210 to queue into a game at like the higher division. That's going to be in like more your high iridescent, your top 250 area. Yeah, bronze, if you're in bronze, you queue in for free automatically. Based on how you earn SR. So top 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. You get 5, 10, 20, 30, 45, 60, as you can see on this graphic. 80, 100. You get 100 SR for winning, 80 SR for taking 2nd, 60 for taking 3rd, and it gets down as the farther you place. This is the thing that I like the most. This is the thing that I like the most. The later in the game you are, the more your kills are worth. For if you're in top 25 or earlier in the game, top 50 to top 25, getting a kill or getting an assist are both they're both worth the exact same. Getting a kill or an assist is worth 5. Your teammates getting a kill, you having nothing to do with it at all, your teammate getting a kill, because it's supposed to be like team oriented, your teammate getting a kill, that gets you 2. So having your teammates doing all the work for you is still getting you points. And then as you go down, if you're into a top 3 situation and you get a kill, that's worth 15 points. You pop a 3-piece while you're top 3, that's 45 points. That's half the price of winning just for popping one single 3-piece. And then yeah, as you're top 20 up to the top 4, you're getting 7 points for a kill or an assist. I'm shooting somebody. I shoot 1 bullet and hit a guy across the map. Somebody else kills him. I get an assist for that. That's the exact same amount of points as a kill. This is just for big map, just for Al Mazrah. Trios only at the moment. And right now, one key point they made is this first initial drop, it's going to be a beta season. It's going to be way shorter than a normal length season is going to be. And they have minimal bans. The only thing that's banned right now is the Riot Shield. Riot Shield you can't use. Can't use the Riot Shield. Everything else is in the game. They want to get a full play test, get some actual numbers and data, and figure out just how things go in a competitive environment where you actually get a reward for doing good. No public events. So as of right now, Fire Sale, Jailbreak are not in the game. Restock, the thing that replenishes all the crates, are not in the game. They said that's something they might turn back on at some point. They can change that pretty easily. Vehicle restrictions. There's no heavy choppers, no vehicles with turrets. So the boats with turrets, the cars with turrets, those aren't a thing. Yeah, no multi-circles. You can't get the Gulag redeploy tokens that they're bringing back into the game. You can't, right now, if I go into play regular BR and my squad leaves me and I'm by myself and I find a squad of 3 and we're playing quads, I can join them. You can join a team like you're playing Unhinged in regular. Nobody does it, but it's possible. But yeah, that's going to be turned off as well. No nukes. RIP, sad face. The Champions Quest is disabled in ranked play. Can't get a nuke in ranked play. Understandable. One thing I do want to point out is they are aware of time to kill, movement, and server concerns. They didn't talk about that at all. They said that will be more so for the patch notes when the update drops, when they'll talk about that. They said after last time when they said changes are coming and everybody hyped it up like the game was going to be completely different and not much was changed that drastically, but stuff was changed, just not drastically, and everybody was very mad about it. They said, yeah, we're not doing that again. They said, yeah, we're not going to make that mistake again. You guys can read the patch notes if you want to get your updates on that stuff. This season's going to be really small. That way they get a chance to test out the actual stuff and find out, like, the analytics, what actually needs to go, what is a problem, what's broken, what needs to be banned, what doesn't. So this short season is going to be a little bit more unbalanced and uncompetitive than you would expect. Oh yeah, so here's the number breakdowns. Here's the number breakdowns to drop into a game. At the lower divisions, you're losing 2 kills worth of SR to drop in, and then you get to Crimson and you're losing 100 SR. Iridescent in top 250, minus 110, plus 10 for every 250. Oh, so it was even different than I thought. Above 10,000. So every 250 or above 10,000, you lose an extra plus 10 on top of the 110 for a cap of minus 210. So you can be losing a lot. You can literally win the game with 5 kills and come out in the negative in the super ultra high tier divisions. End of each season, so this works just like regular MW2 ranked. At the end of each season, you're locked to tier 1 of the division prior to the one you ended in. So you end Crimson, you get knocked back to Diamond. You end up Gold, you get knocked back down to Silver. You cannot solo trio into rank play. That is not possible. If you try and drop in by yourself with no squad, it's gonna fill 2 randoms with you. If one of those randoms leaves in the pregame lobby. If somebody leaves in the pregame lobby, you are automatically backed out. You are backed on the pregame lobby. It is not going to throw you into the game. It's not going to throw you into the intro cutscene without 3 people in your squad. If you matchmake in and you have a random teammate and you go into the game and you get into the cutscene and your random teammate leaves, you are not going to lose any SR for that game. Your fee to pay to get into the game, that disappears. So you don't have that fee anymore. And if you gain SR, you're still gaining the SR. So if you drop in and you win the game, you're still making SR. That's good. If somebody in your party does drop out, then you still have that fee. So that's a dub. That's a good move right there. Okay, well, one thing they pointed out in the call, one very important thing, is you have to be level 45 to play ranked. So if for some reason 6 months after the game came out and you want to play ranked and you're not level 45, make sure you're already level 45. That prevents new accounts, obvious hackers, obvious rage hackers. That's going to prevent those from happening. So that's a dub. Yeah, one thing they mentioned coming into the future that's not in right now that you might have seen a little bit on Twitter is a rejoin feature. If you get kicked out of a game, for whatever reason, internet, game crash, scanner repair, whatever reason, you get kicked out, a rejoin feature is something that's coming in the future. It's not coming in this first update, but sometime, hopefully soon, rejoin feature for all the PC players whose games crash because they spend thousands of dollars on something that my PS5 doesn't have an issue with. Anyways, you get 3 stars for first, top 10 you get 2 stars, top 25 you get 1 star. That just goes straight towards your rank where you max out at rank 50. That is just strictly playtime. You get skins, you get some fancy skins or hitting certain ranks and stuff, just very similar to MW2's ranked. You're not getting rewards for Season 3. You're just testing things out. We are just testing things out for Season 3, and then your goal would be to get to at least Crimson. That way you start Season 4, where you are going to start earning rewards and stuff. You start Season 4 at a higher rank. I'm interested. I've been saying for months, I don't want this to come out. I don't care about ranked. I don't think this is going to be fun. It's going to make the gameplay boring. It's going to be on the big map I don't care about. I've been said I don't care about this. This actually sounds pretty good. I really do like the breakdowns like this. I like kills mattering more at the end of the game. Otherwise, it's going to be a sweaty pub where you got to stress a little bit harder to win the game, and that's it. That doesn't sound like fun. This makes it seem like stuff actually matters. Playing the entire game and getting kills at the end of the game matters a lot. I like that. I like the way that they're doing things. This does actually hype me up a little bit for ranked. Other small things that are changing that are coming in. Your perks, the perks that you have will show up in your HUD. So if you grab, whatever perks you have, they'll show up in your HUD. So there's going to be perk packages now, kind of like in Warzone 1 where you can loot perks. It's that same concept, but it's perk packages. So not just you don't just find restock. You don't just find cold-blooded, ghost, whatever. You don't just find that stuff. You find a perk package. You can only have one. So I drop in, I land, I open a crate. I don't have any perks yet. I only have my pistol. You can open a full set of perks like you just did at loadout. Dub. You can also buy them in a loadout or in a buy station. You can buy them. You can stow them. You can only have one perk package active at a time, but you can stow them. So that's a dub. when you die, they're also there. So like not even just your stowed ones. Like if you die and you have something stowed, if you die, your perk packages are also there. If you hit your loadout, you die, you can land back on your body, get your perks back. Dub. I love that. I think that's fantastic. That's a W change. One thing they said is, one thing that they saw people do in the early playtest is somebody would stow a perk package with Ghost and run around with a perk package with High Alert. Somebody popped the UAV, they swapped their perk packages to put their Ghost perk package on. That sounds crazy. That sounds like some wild stuff that our squad is definitely going to do and take part of, and like some higher mental gamesmanship to go into it. I like that. That's a dub. My big thing is I can land and buy my perks. That's the one thing I want the most, bro. I can land, I can buy my perks, use whatever ground loot I need. I can run around my fast hands High Alert. That's all I need. That's a W. AIs are nerfed. They said they just straight up nerfed AIs, so that's a dub. In ranked play, AIs are still going to be a thing. Strongholds are still going to be a thing. They said the AIs do next to no damage, and they die in like one bullet. They have like no HP. One huge thing, huge, super big quality of life thing that I'm so glad they're coming out with. When you're in the menus, when I'm in the menus in the game and I'm creating a class and your party host is backing in and out of lobbies left and right over and over again, you can stay in a class and you can keep creating your class. It doesn't pull you back out to the menu. So thank God they finally came out with that, because that was just a headache that was so unnecessary for no reason. No more pinging through smoke. You know, it's a skill gap because only good players were doing that. Bad players weren't pinging through smoke, and it's a skill gap, so obviously the Call of Duty community didn't want that. Obviously, the content creators are stupid and don't realize that that's not a good thing. But whatever. We love smoke grenades. Kill streaks on the ground. When you're looting kill streaks, they won't look like heartbeat sensors. So that's a dub. When you're like running through loot and you see something that looks like a kill streak because it's just a little tablet, but it's actually a heartbeat sensor, that's not a thing anymore. They said the kill streaks will actually like pop up on the tablet, so you'll be able to tell what's a kill streak and what's a heartbeat sensor. Thank God, because that one bugged me so much. And then another thing, I think this is ranked exclusive. I think this is a ranked exclusive change, is when somebody does a black site, it will not pop up with their name on it. On the big map, when you do the black site and it says, Reidboyy on Twitch just did the black site, now the entire lobby knows to pull up my stream and know exactly where I am. That won't be a thing anymore. Oh, they also said that they, for ranked, they are reducing spawn protection. They reduce it massively. It's basically not even there. It's from what he said, it's like 1 to 2 seconds when you like get bought back and your screen goes black and you're floating in the sky for like a second or two before you can see anything. That's your spawn protection. That's it. As soon as you can pull your parachute, your spawn protection's gone. So that's a dub. That's a good way to balance that. Another thing they said is with streamer mode, the problem is, so they're giving streamer mode to a select couple of people that have been very, like, it's been very clear that they have a problem with getting stream sniped. Those streamers are going to get streamer mode, you know, the big dogs, the big guys who realistically need it more than others. They're getting streamer mode. They said the problem with just giving streamer mode to anybody is if anybody in the game can turn on streamer mode, Jimmy, the kid that sucks that just bought his hacks, can turn on streamer mode, and now it's really hard to report him. Now it's really hard to report him and get him banned. That's where the issue comes, is giving anybody everywhere streamer mode it's probably not going to be a thing, because otherwise hackers can take advantage of it. Another thing they said, they brought up Ricochet, because obviously the cheaters are a big problem in multiplayer right now. They said Ricochet is a constant, because cheaters they even said cheaters are making so much money. Cheat providers make so much money providing the cheats. It's like a big thing. They said it is a constant thing. If they come out with a new anti-cheat thing, the cheaters take a couple days, they figure out a workaround. They found out another way around it. So they come out with something to fix that, the cheat providers come up with something else. It's just constant evolution. It is not just as simple as it could be. That's why rather than just straight up banning a cheater right away in Warzone, that's why they have the thing where the cheater's bullets don't do any damage, or the cheater loses their guns, or somebody goes invisible on a cheater screen. It's that way the cheater doesn't just get banned and hop on a new account right away. It's that way it flags them. The Activision or Ricochet, whatever, knows that it's a cheater, and they can like study them to figure out other ways to like stay ahead of the cheat providers. I think, yes, I think they need to do that Valorant thing where it's injected into your PC. If you want to play this game, then the game is a part of your PC. If you download cheats, the game's going to know. I think that's fantastic. But all the losers and the nerds and the nerds that play on PC were like, no, my privacy, no, I want an anti-cheat, but that one that works perfectly, I don't want that one. No, make a better one. Oh, UAVs. UAVs is another change. This is a global change, I think they said. So UAVs, when you pop a UAV now, only the person that called in the UAV will see the pings. Only the person who called in the UAV will get UAV pings. Everybody else will get nothing. So only one person in a squad gets the UAV pings. When they die, the UAV pings stop. How do you feel about the UAV change? I'm not personally a fan of it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's super drastic. Is it gonna be fun? We'll see. We will see. I've been said for months. I've said I do not care if rank play gets added. I do not care if it gets delayed. It doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't sound like something I care about. It doesn't sound enjoyable at all. It sounds like it's gonna be regular BR, but more slow-paced and boring than it already is. But this looked like it might be interesting. It gives you a purpose to play for, something much needed at this point. I don't know. We'll see. I'm more excited for it now after seeing how in-depth it is. I'm more excited for it now than I was. I will be playing it. I will be trying it out for sure. It's definitely something I will be trying. Before I was like, I don't even care. I don't even want to play it. It doesn't even sound like fun.